Hey YouTube, this is Jason with 4-Minute Tech Review, and today I'd like to take an in-depth look at the mesh networks, the 4 largest ones that are available in the market today. If you haven't already, please subscribe, as we do have monthly raffles for gift cards. Gift cards can be anything from GameStop gift cards to Xbox Live to the Sony Play Store. There's different gift cards that I get in every month. We do multiple raffles, anywhere from $10 and up. So please don't forget to subscribe and comment below. So what is a mesh network? If you don't know what that is, we'll go over that real quick. Mesh network is to where you have the same username and the same password throughout your whole home, so you don't have to keep connecting to different wireless routers throughout the home. The other thing a lot of people ask is, what is AC1200, AC2000, AC3000? If you look at the boxes, you'll see it on there, and it doesn't really explain what that is. And then you also have another one that says AC6600. So what that is each unit has its own estimated data speeds, the highest data speeds they possibly can get. So, example, this unit here is the Velop by Linksys, and it says it has an estimated speed of 6,600, which is very misleading because this unit actually only gets 2,200 maximum speed on all 3 bands per unit. What they did to try to trick people is up that speed or multiply that speed by the amount of units that are in the box. So if you buy a 3-pack, you have a 6,600, but it's not true. You actually get 2,200 maximum megabytes per second speed out of this unit. Then you have the Google Wi-Fi system, which is about 1,200. Then you have the Eero. This is the version 2, and that one you get right around, I want to say, 1440, which is kind of weird for a tri-band system, but they didn't really up their data speed capacities on the 3rd band, so that didn't really help them, but we'll get into details on that. And then you have the Orbi system, which is our fastest device per unit. It's at 3,000 per unit. I'm going to kind of read off of the script here so we don't really go off track. Pretty much I broke this into 8 categories. I have the cost, design, features, reliability, speed, ease of use, technical support, and warranties. And then also the other thing is on the AC3000 or anything that says AC, that's the type of network connectivity. You have a G network, N network. AC is going to be your best one at the moment to get a router for, wireless router. When looking at the design of the systems, I was personally looking for a system that I could put behind a TV in each room, or in every so often put it in each room, not every room though. And the device that had the smallest footprint would be the Eero system. And then the next up is the Google Wi-Fi system, which is very close in size. Both of them so very easy to conceal behind a TV. So if that's the type of setup you're trying to do where you have no wires showing anywhere and you're hiding everything behind TVs, these are good choices for that. But then you have the Velop system and the Orbi system. They are large devices. They're not easy to hide behind TVs. They can be hidden behind there, but they're harder to. But they both have a nice design to them, so if you don't mind having them sit out like on a TV stand or an end table, they're nice looking devices. They don't look bad. They have nice LED lighting on them, which can be controlled. So both have really good design looks if you don't mind a bigger unit. Nice thing about the Orbi system is you have the 4 Ethernet ports on the back of the unit, which is a very big plus for me, just because then you don't have to have network switches everywhere to connect all your devices that are hardwired when you have multiple ports on the back of this unit. All the other units only have 2, so one for the hardwired connection if you're going to hardwire, and then the other one is going to be for any device that you want to plug into it. Now when it comes to the cost of the devices, so the Google Wi-Fi system, I picked up a 3-pack, which cost me right at $269. Then you have the next most reasonable one would be the Orbi system. Orbi I picked up at $400, but sometimes you can have, it goes on sale. My original system only cost me, I want to say 300 and, actually I got the pricing right here. My original system actually cost me 400. This one cost me this time around 470. Reason being is Costco did not have it on sale and my first units were defective. So when I went to swap it out, not realizing that, I paid more this time around to buy the unit again to retest it. And I know they should price match, but they didn't. They said they couldn't because the sale was over, and I had returned it and repurchased it instead of swapping it out at that time. The Lynx's units, I got 3 units of these, and they cost me right at $500. But if you give them a call on their phone support or phone sales, they'll give you 10% off usually, so that it'll save you $50. And then you have the Eero system, which cost me right at $480. Now, features. Once again, this has the 4 Ethernet ports on there. If you're hardwiring, then you only have 3 Ethernet ports, but that's better than 1 on any of these devices to connect your devices. This also has a USB port on the back. It isn't USB 3.0, so it's good for like a printer, hooking up a printer wirelessly if your printer doesn't have wireless already. Besides that, I can't really see a use for it because network drives usually require USB 3.0. Once again, this is an AC3000 system with that, and it's a tri-band system on the Orbi, and that gives you 2 5 gigahertz networks and one 2.4 gigahertz network. Now, one of the bands, which is one of the 5 gigahertz networks, is considered a backhaul. What that is it's the communication between all satellite systems, so you can't actually use that. Now with that backhaul, it operates at a maximum speed of 1.7 megabytes or 1.7 gigabytes per second. So on Orbi, that'll give you a faster speed than most homes that have Ethernet wiring built into the homes, because most homes contractors, they go with Cat5 Ethernet or Cat5e, and the maximum speed on that is 1 gigabyte per second. In comparison to wirelessly, these can communicate up to 1.7 gigabytes per second. The other things that on here, let's see. Due to technical limitations on this system, on the Orbi system, you cannot have it communicate. When it's hardwired, you can't have that 5th band, is what I'm trying to say, or the 3rd band. So that 3rd band will always be tied up for communications between the satellites. You have no option of using that band even when it's hardwired. Once again, due to the hardware limitation of the device, there's no firmware update that will fix that. With Orbi's latest firmware update, it does allow it to be hardwired, and also it allows Disney Circle. With Disney Circle, you have parental controls. The Disney Circle device costs about $100, but you have more advanced parental controls of blocking websites, doing certain times that they can go on the internet. It gives you a lot more control than what the parental controls of Orbi actually has, which is very limited. So the biggest selling point features for the Orbi system for me is it just came out with the outdoor Orbi system. With the outdoor Orbi system, you can actually wall mount an outdoor unit which has, I think, like an IP rating of 54, so it can get occasional rain and things like that, and it won't ruin the device because it's made to be outdoors. It also has lighting on it, which is kind of cool, so at night you can have the lighting come on and light the area up a little bit. But with an outdoor system, it will give you a lot more usability in terms of if you want to put it in a garage, or if you want to have it in a courtyard, or let's say you have a security camera up in the front of your home that it can't reach from the house. You can put that unit out there, and that will solve that issue without having to run it hardwired through the ground. And this is another thing which it's not out yet. In the next firmware update, Orbi is working on upgrading the satellite systems to have more satellite units. So right now you're locked into your base unit and 3 satellite units. On the next update, they're going to work on having up to 6 satellite units. This is from a reputable source. This is not confirmed yet, and we'll see it on the next firmware update is what I've been told. But do not base your decision of buying this unit off of that, because things can always change as it's still in testing. Next one up is going to be the Google Wi-Fi system. Google Wi-Fi has amazing parental controls. So you don't really need to buy another $100 Disney Circle device, because the Google device already has pretty much all the same features, and it's included in the purchase of the product. What I really like about the controls on it is when you set up a guest network, you can select certain devices to be available to the guest. So example, I have HD home run in my home. Now I can use my HD home run and my guest can use it, and I don't have to give them any of my information to access my main network. With the guest network, I allocated just the HD home run to them and to my regular network, and they can't see any of my other devices. So I can select what devices they see on the guest network. In comparison to any of the other devices, you cannot do that. You have a choice of either letting them see the devices or not, and not selecting them. That's a big plus for me, because once again, they can access just my HD home run on my network, plus they can access, I gave them access to a network drive. So they could share files between the network, which is really nice. Let's see, this is an AC3000 system. Now, this is an AC1200 system. So Google system is an AC1200 system. Sorry, reading through all my notes here. And it has a 2.4 gigahertz network and 1 5 gigahertz network. So this is not a tri-band unit. So the downside of the Google network or Google Wi-Fi system is it doesn't have a dedicated backhaul like the Orbi. So when you're transferring data between nodes or between satellites, it can tie up your data speeds, it can tie up your download speeds and things like that, because it's communicating between each other. In comparison to the Orbi, has the 3rd band, which is dedicated just to that, so you don't have to worry about that. Now, if it's hardwired throughout the home, you don't have to worry about it anyways, because then those 2 bands are available for you to use, and the backhaul is your wired network, which is usually set up through a network switch. The other nice part about the Google Wi-Fi system is there's no limitation on the amount of devices you can have. You can have as many of these guys as you'd like placed around the home. You don't want to have too many, because you don't want to oversaturate the Wi-Fi network, as you'll have multiple problems then. But the way it's set up in my home, I have 3 of them, and I'm going to be building a new home, and that one I'm going to have 6 units in. If I do keep the Google Wi-Fi system, we'll go more into detail on that in a few. See, the Google Wi-Fi app is very simple to use. It's very simple, clean, neat, and that I really do like about it. In comparison to the Orbi system, the Genie app, it's very old looking, and it's not too easy to use. Mainly I have to log into the actual router through the IP address to actually change anything, because the app is kind of pointless. So with a lot of units, they have a satellite unit. The satellite unit's in your main router, which is the case with Orbi. You'll have your main unit and then satellite units. With Google, any of them can be the router and any of them can be satellites. They don't have dedicated units, which makes it a lot easier to set up. The other thing is setup time on this was very quick. We'll go into that in more detail in a few. The Eero system is the easiest to conceal. That is the biggest selling point of this device for me. What's also nice is it has parental controls, but they're not as good as Google Wi-Fi's or Orbi's when you're using the Disney Circle. This unit can be hardwired as well. There's no limitation like the Google Wi-Fi system, so you can have as many of these as you'd like as well. This is the only true tri-band system, just so you know, right off the bat out of all these. This doesn't have a backhaul. So the speed that you would get, maximum speed that they say the product can possibly get is 1440, so right at 1.5 gigs per second. Total between all three bands. That is Google's going to be the slowest one out of all these, and then the next one up would be the Eero system in terms of maximum wireless speed. Now, if you have it hardwired, you do get to take advantage of all three bands, and you don't have to worry about any kind of backhauling being shared between all three bands. If you're wireless, your data communication between all the satellites is going to be shared between the three bands. Once again, that could slow down your data speed because it has no wireless backhaul. But wired-wise, it will open up all three bands. It will be your only true tri-band system that we're testing here, and it will give you the most speed up to the 1440. Once again, Orbi will is double of that. So even with the wireless backhaul removed, you still get faster speeds out of Orbi, which is interesting. Now, Eero is the only one that currently offers a subscription-based service for $99 a year that will give you anti-ransomware, anti-spyware, anti-malware, ad block, antivirus for your whole network, plus it'll give you password management and VIP support via the phone. Now, going on to the Lynx's Velop system. It also is a tri-band system. That third band is only for backhaul. It's designed that way. It's not made to, you can't use that third band. The way it's set up is the way it's set up so that you only get two bands. Now, it's a little misleading. Like I said, when you look at the box on a 3-pack, it says 6,600. It's not, that is not the speed of each unit. The total speed of each unit, maximum speed, is 2,200. You can have up to 6 satellite devices on this, which is nice, so you can definitely expand on this. Let's see. The system does have parental controls, but it's not as good as Google Wi-Fi or Disney Circle. Now, the reason why I am reviewing this unit, even though it's a tri-band unit, but it's slower than the Orbi in terms of total speed, is because of the warranty, which we'll get into a little bit later. Ease of use. Google Wi-Fi, hands down, was the easiest and fastest one to set up. It took me less than 15 minutes, and I didn't have any hiccups whatsoever. So, the Orbi system, when I first tried to set it up, it took me 4 hours. That was the first system. That one turned out to be defective. So the second time around when I went to try to set it up, it was a lot quicker. It took me about 25 minutes after it did its firmware updates on all the units. Now the catch is on both these units here, the Velop and the Orbi, make sure you have them wireless when you're setting them up initially so they can download their updates and you don't have any problems. I would actually recommend it on all three just so you get it all finished up wirelessly first, then place them if you want to hardwire them. Velop, it was also fairly quick. I actually like the Velop app. It worked a lot better than the Orbi app in terms of setup. I had to try Orbi a couple times still. Wasn't bad, but it still took a couple times to get the satellites to set up and pair to each other. Velop was very quick. Once again, probably about 20-25 minutes because they all needed firmware updates. The Eero system took me about 25 minutes as well. The app is very clean. The interface is very nice. I do like that about it. Reliability, after testing these units for 15 days total, I found that it's kind of weird. I didn't like Orbi after trying it the first time. I really didn't think I was going to go back to it, but I would actually choose the Orbi over any of these systems. It has the strongest signal, which we'll go over some numbers in a few, and it has the best range out of any of them. Let's see. Now, my big thing with the Google Wi-Fi is my Ring doorbell and Ring security camera intermittently would not go off on Google Wi-Fi. Haven't had that problem yet with Orbi, and Velop I haven't had that issue with, but I will tell you that I have had intermittent data drops with Velop, so don't know what that is, but intermittently it will drop the Wi-Fi signal and then bring it back up. On Eero, I really didn't have any issues with it, but it doesn't really reach my Ring security camera, so it wouldn't work for me. Let's see. Now, one thing I did like about all these companies, so Google has US-based tech support, and it's phenomenal. Eero also has really good tech support, and their email support is pretty snappy. Velop, I tried calling them, trying to talk to tech support, asking them what the 6600 meant, and tech support didn't know. So ultimately I told him, thanks for your time. He told me, she actually told me, can you please go online and try to find out, but she didn't know. So I called back in and asked for pre-sales. Pre-sales was actually very knowledgeable. They knew exactly what I was talking about, and they explained to me that each unit's actually 2,200 maximum speed. Orbi still has the worst tech support you could possibly get. I Facebook messaged them, and it took them 10 days to respond to me. I sent them an email telling them that I'm an interested customer in buying their product, and I'd like to know a couple questions. I still have yet to receive an email back, and that was 17 days ago now, and I'm still waiting for a response. When calling them, if you call the phone number, which I'll list down in the description, you reach out to them and an automated system comes up and it asks you what department you're looking for. It'll give you Orbi, Arlo, and all their other ones. If you say Orbi, it'll say, okay, Orbi. It'll connect you, and then it'll connect you to actually Arlo though. So when the representative comes on, they'll say, thank you for calling Arlo tech support, how can I help you? Then you tell them you're actually trying to reach Orbi. Even though the system confirmed you said Orbi, it's just some kind of switch issue that for some reason for a networking company you would think would be able to figure that out. So then they try to transfer you, and when they try to transfer you, you'll go to an internal switchboard. On that internal switchboard, it'll give you the option for tech support level 2. So I chose tech support level 2 for the Orbi system because I figured they're going to be pretty smart. I got on the phone with the tech support level 2, and yeah, they're not too bright. I asked them on the units, how many units can you have on the wired network, not wireless, because we already know 3 satellites is the max. How many can you have on the wired? He says he thinks 3, but he's not sure. So then he searches, comes back, and he says, yeah, I'm still not sure, but I think 3. Ultimately, couldn't get a straight answer from him. He kept going back and forth, because then he told me, no, actually, it's more because it's wired, then it's not, then it is. The guy had no clue what he was talking about. So I found that the best support for Netgear is on their pre-sales. There's a chat option on their website, and that's the only way you're going to get someone that actually knows what they're talking about. I asked the question on there. The first time I got dropped. and by the agent, and then another agent picked up and was very knowledgeable and knew exactly what I was talking about. Then I thought I'd try it again with a different question on their chat, and same exact thing. I got dropped by the first agent. I guess I scared them by asking them a technical question, and the next agent that came on was very knowledgeable as well, knew exactly the answers to my questions. So the only support that I can tell you is actually helpful is their chat support, and not through email, not through the messenger, not through phone, because the phone you won't even get to the right department initially, and when you do, I didn't have any luck with them. Let's see. All right, so this is where we get into the information. Like I said, the fastest system with the best range, even with testing, I was testing the DBMs all throughout my home, out by the pond, which is about 90 feet away from my home, to another corner of my property line, which I'm on a half acre, 4,000 square feet. My house is like a U shape. I have a lot of block walls in my home, so bear that in mind. All this testing that I did was all based off of wireless. I figured because when you're wired, you're going to get really good speeds, which I do on pretty much all systems. But wireless is what a lot of people are going to be using, so that's where I tried to test the most. So 90 feet away by the pond, outside, going through block wall, going through sheetrock, going through insulation. I was able to get about a negative 60 dBm, which if you look at dBms, anywhere from 30 to 60 is considered great. Anything, and that's negative 30 to negative 60 is considered great. Anything negative 70 and up to negative 90 is not considered great. Once you're at negative 90, you're dropping signals, you're dropping connection, you're not going to be able to use the device on Wi-Fi. But by the pond, I was getting about 33 megs, 33, 34 megs, and I have a 100 meg internet connection, but that's 90 feet away from my house. Once again, through block, through all that stuff, that's pretty impressive. Out of all of them, once again, I went to all different corners of my house. I went to all the different rooms. I went to each unit right up front. After all the testing, it pretty much went in order of this. The Orbi system has the best speed and range. Followed up by Velop. They also have really good speed and range, but Orbi does outshine them on pretty much all tests that I did. But they are a close second. Your next one is going to be Google Wi-Fi, which also has really good range, but because it's not a tri-band system and it's a smaller build, it doesn't have the greatest antennas. I mean, these units have 6 antennas in them. I don't know exactly how many the Google Wi-Fi system has, but I can tell you that it's not as strong. It does get good signal. When I was 90 feet away from the pond, I was getting about negative 65. And with negative 65, I was getting about 30 download speed. So it is slower than Orbi or Velop, but it's still really good for what it is at that distance. Eero, I wasn't able to get any speeds. I wasn't able to even connect, so I can't tell you what the speed would be at 90 feet, but they are last in terms of speed and range after all tests, which I have page after page after page of testing of DBMs, distances, speeds. It did come in last because, once again, 90 feet wasn't able to connect. Anything less than that, I'm still getting slower data speeds. On to the next thing. So, let's see. On the Lynx's Velop system, the reason, once again, I bought this system to test it is because of the warranty. Warranty is pretty impressive. It's 3 years warranty on the product, 3 years technical support. It is the highest out of any of these devices. None of these devices have that type of warranty. All of them come with a standard 1-year warranty. Lynx has really outdid themselves on that 3-year warranty, so that is a big selling point for me in the warranty. Now, if you get the Orbi system through Costco, it has a 1-year manufacturer warranty, but then if you buy it through Costco, you get the additional 12 months, so that gives you 2 years warranty. Then I have a Costco credit card, so I purchased it on that, and I get another 2 years. So I have a total of 4 years of a warranty on the Orbi system, which Orbi is the only one they actually sell that's a mesh network. So 4 years, it actually outdoes any of these, but that's only if you're a Costco member. If you're not, this has a good warranty. If you're a Costco member, Orbi has a really good warranty because of that with the Costco credit card. Both these devices just come with a standard 1-year warranty. All right, so my conclusion. After 15 days of testing these devices and having major issues with the Orbi system originally, I'm gonna have to say I would go with the Orbi system, and that's actually what I'm gonna be switching to from the Google Wi-Fi system. If you're looking for the best speed coverage, plus warranty, if you're a Costco member, Orbi system is the way to go. If you're looking for the best tech support and still a very reliable system, hands down, the Google Wi-Fi system has the best tech support. They will walk you step by step. They're US based. I had no wait time. They're very knowledgeable and they're very patient because I was asking them multiple questions to really just test their knowledge, and I had no issues. Great tech support. Definitely recommend this one if you're not too tech savvy, because once you buy Orbi, you have to be kind of tech savvy because you're not going to be able to get much support on it. But the Google Wi-Fi system will walk you through step by step. If you have any issues, you call them, no problems. As for the Velop system, it is a great system as well. I like this system because of the warranty. If you're not a Costco member, this is a good system to get a 3-year warranty included and not have to pay extra for the warranty. All these devices are available through Best Buy. That's where I purchased most of the units, except for Orbi. Because of the warranty, I liked going through Costco. So I got this from Costco. All these other ones are available at Best Buy. Let's see. If you're looking for a system and you have a large home, that's the other thing. Once again, Orbi outshines everybody. Next one up is going to be Velop. And then you're going to have the Google Wi-Fi and the Eero system. If you want parental controls, once again, I would look at the Google Wi-Fi system. It includes all the parental controls you're going to need. If not, Orbi also has really good options because of the Disney Circle, but that's going to cost you another $100. Let's see. Pretty much, yeah, the biggest downside of the Orbi system is concealing it. Concealing it is going to be the hardest thing, but if you don't care about putting it on the counter or an end table TV stand, once again, Orbi, probably after that for support reasons and ease of use, I would probably go Google, and then Velop, and then Eero. Eero has good tech support, don't get me wrong, it's just the system is so small, I think, that it just doesn't have as strong as antenna-wise than the other devices. Once again, if you have any comments, questions, I could try to answer them, please leave them below. If you like this video, please click on like and subscribe. We do have the monthly raffle drawings. Don't forget that. I spend money every month to get these gift cards, and I give them out every month. Check the comments. You'll see people thanking me for the gift cards. And once again, thank you for watching this video today. Any questions? Hey YouTube, just wanted to give you a quick update. So I tested all the units wired about 3 days ago, and everything was working great. Now today, when I went to switch, because I did make the decision to switch to Orbi, Orbi would not connect. For whatever reason, wired-wise, could not get the Orbi system to connect to the internet. Wireless worked fine, Velop worked fine, Eero worked fine, but I could not get the Netgear Orbi system once again to connect to the wired network. Wireless, perfect, still recommend it. It is my #1 pick for wireless. Wired, for whatever reason, I'm with Spectrum, so maybe it has something to do with the modem that's through Spectrum, but communication-wise, it just doesn't work wired with Spectrum. Worked the first time, Now I go to connect it because I'm switching over from Google Wi-Fi, can't get it to connect. And I really want that outdoor satellite. That's one of the main reasons why I was moving over. So I crunched some math. The system gives you 1266 megabytes per second. That's not counting the third band, which is used for backhaul anyways. So if you're using a wired network, that becomes your backhaul. And the Orbi system won't let you use that third band anyways. So you have a total of 1266 megabyte download speed. The Google Wi-Fi, which I don't have here now because I'm using, has 1200 total with a wired backhaul. So difference of 66 megabytes is not worth it to me for the price difference anyways. So switching to Google Wi-Fi and sticking with Google Wi-Fi, I should say, is definitely a good choice. Because I'm wired. If I was wireless, I would definitely go with Orbi all day long. Now with that outdoor unit, I needed an outdoor unit. I'm not going to be able to get an outdoor unit, but with Google Wi-Fi, you can buy what's called a Wi-Fi box. They sell it on Amazon. I think they're like around 80 bucks. And you could, it's a waterproof box that you could put a wireless device in there, like a Google Wi-Fi device, outdoors, and you'll still be able to use it. So that's going to be my best bet. So this is just a quick update. Went to switch to Orbi. Can't switch to Orbi because now it's not working wired again. Don't know why. Worked the first time. Not even going to mess with it. Tech support's not really available if you try to call them. Just went back to Google Wi-Fi, and I'll lose the 66 megabytes, but I'll save $100. So, all right, it's been interesting ride. It's been 15 days of testing, and once again, wireless, Orbi, all day long. Wired, I like my Google Wi-Fi. Any of the other systems work just fine too. I didn't have any issues with them, but I'm already on Google Wi-Fi, I might as well stick with it. All right, have a great day, YouTube. Bye-bye.